factor that you thought maybe this wouldn't happen?
Yes, of course. I mean, at any time, I knew it was something that could happen. It's a possibility, but I keep believing it.
You are famous for overcoming insane odds in not just sports, but in your life. Do you think that's why you feel you can go there against one of the best boxers probably of all time and feel that you can beat him? Is it because of your upbringing you've had to overcome that you have faith?
It's not because of my upbringing. You have to understand the reason why I have that upbringing. You know, I think it's all about the mindset, the mentality, which is still the same thing, the same drive, the same thinking. You know, just go out there, try, give everything, give your best, and then that's how I get here. So why I should change, right? I keep believe in the same process.
There's a theory that to win this fight, the only hope you have is to land one big shot, right? That's the thing. Oh, if Francis lands it, you might win. But do you think, no, I can go in there and I can box with this guy, and I can prove I have the skills to match him?
In fact, that's what I'm going to prove. That's why I'm doing this. You know, I think okay, the one-shot guy. You know, you can get away with the one shot for some time, but not always. And I have heard that same story before. Looks like déjà vu.
How do you think your skills translate from MMA to boxing? They're similar sports, but they're not the same, right? Have you noticed a difference in your own punching since training more in boxing than MMA?
I know there is a difference. I mean, I never thought it was like the same thing. There's some similarity, basically as a combat sport, but they are very different, you know, like on the focus, on the training, on the stand and everything. Just for a little reminder, I started doing boxing even before MMA. And then when I came to MMA, I have to like adjust my boxing style to fit in MMA. Otherwise, it wouldn't work.
How is sparring been without wrestling, without kicks? How is sparring been just being able to focus on one discipline?
It's just different. I do that sometimes. Even when I do MMA, I used to train spar with Carlos even when I was in my MMA camp. So I used to that.
How many leg kicks did Tyson Fury take on you before you win?
Not so many. Not so many.
Other boxers and MMA fighters have tried this, right? You've seen them try and fail. What have they gotten wrong?
I've seen them what?
What have other MMA guys gotten wrong when they try to go box? Like you've watched other guys try to do this. You've seen Conor, you've seen Woodley, other guys like that. What have MMA fighters gotten wrong when they try to box?
They have done anything wrong except like chasing their dream, right? Or pursuing what they believe in, what they want to do, and they have done it. I don't see anything wrong about it.
Well, I guess in terms of like actual fighting, when they actually get in the ring.
You don't get elected to fight. You get there to fight. You deserve the sport. So, I mean, if somebody get himself all the way there, that means he's doing something right.
Francis, when you think about it, it's the best heavyweight in boxing versus the best active heavyweight in MMA. Essentially, boxing versus MMA, there's no other way to slice it. The best versus the best.
Well,
how excited does that make you?
You can slice it like that, but now I see it more like two boxers. You know, for this fight, I'm not training with the MMA mentality. I'm an MMA guy. I'm going out there to box. I'm training as a boxer. I'm getting the more, right? So I'm not seeing myself as an MMA guy. So I hope you guys to see me as a boxer.
Carlos Takam told me that you boxed before you went into MMA. Exactly where are you as a boxer? How skilled do you feel like you are?
I mean, I never had a chance to like find out how skilled I was before I get into MMA. So I cannot give an accurate answer of that. But
Jon Jones said he wanted to fight Tyson Fury, but he's not, right? You are. Do you think Jon Jones says those things to try to take something from the shine, or does he mean it?
I don't think Jon Jones is trying to take something from me. I think Jon Jones is just part of the system that I stood up against, and that at some point was trying to stand on my way until they are not in my way anymore.
Are you surprised they haven't been more vocal about you since the fight was announced?
What do you say?
Are you surprised that that system hasn't been more vocal about you since the Tyson Fury fight was announced?
I don't know. I don't listen too much. I just focus on doing what I do. Everybody does what he does. I do what I do. So,
Champ, in your eyes, what's wrong with the MMA system in your eyes, Champ? What's wrong with the MMA system in your eyes?
What's wrong with the MMA system?
What's wrong with the UFC, the MMA system in your eyes, as far as monetarily, with this being the largest payday that you've ever received, but maybe not the biggest fight that you've ever been in?
Oh, definitely. Oh, what are you talking about? Let's just say this is the beginning of my career. We can put it that way. Of my professional career.
Is the money that much different that you're getting in this fight, or is it just a little bit more because you're more in control?
No, it's different. It's different. A lot different. And I was saying the other day, this just hit me up the other day when I was on Joe Rogan podcast. Like I just realized, like, if I combine all my salary that I've made in MMA, he can't even be half, or maybe he could be half of what I'm going to make in my next MMA fight. Don't go to boxing, MMA. Let's stay on the MMA. So, and I'm speaking for myself. So I don't know what you think about that, but for me, it's a huge difference.
Will you urge other fighters to do the same as you and to take boxing matches like maybe Usman or the Stylebender?
Everybody chase his dream. I encourage everybody to chase his dream. Some people's dreams are just to do best in MMA and do MMA. We are not. We don't have the same dream. We are not. We don't have the same motivation about anything. But if somebody has a dream of boxing, yes, he should, right? But you can't just expect, like, think that everybody out there want a boxing match. No, they are not. Some people have a wrestling background, jiu-jitsu background, and they want nothing to do with striking, even in the MMA fight. So it's up to everybody.
So many people dream of the opportunity, so many pro boxers dream of the opportunity to train with Mike Tyson. You had that dream realized. What can you say to them about what it's like to train with Mike Tyson? What's the best lesson that you've learned so far?
Well, they have to come to and train with Mike Tyson to find out. But he's cool. I think it's something very unique. For me, it's not like just like training with Mike Tyson, you know, like growing up, never watch a TV, never watch a boxing match. I know Mike Tyson by the name, basically from his famous fight against Holyfield, and he was always like my idol until I get the opportunity. So I didn't miss the opportunity to slide that in. Like whenever I fight Tyson Fury, will you be in my corner?
Francis, when you think of your life right now, you think back to the...
Let somebody ask the question too.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from Tyson, Mike Tyson training?
I think it's also the, you know, I'm looking for a right word to explain it, but it's also like, it's more like the person, you know, like you grow up idolizing somebody and then get to the point that he's backing you up for the same thing that he was idolizing about it, you know, and then you kind of like realize that this is serious, this is getting real, how real this is getting, right? Like the Mike Tyson who I always like admire boxing, he's the one that is right next to me talking and giving me tips how to win this fight. That alone, I think, is something that you can't put a word on it.
How does that compare to winning the UFC championship? Living out the dream of boxing with Mike Tyson training?
Life is not about to compare stuff. You have to be able to take everything that is come, appreciate it. You know, it's different step, and you have to, at any step along the way, you have to appreciate it, enjoy it. You know, after this, something is coming. I believe something is coming after this, right? But as for right now, I enjoy this. And when it was the UFC title, I enjoyed it, you know? So I can't just act like he wasn't cool. He was cool. This is cool. Right now, this is the best. And tomorrow, the best is coming.
Do you feel like you need to fight Jon Jones before your fighting career is over with?
I don't feel like I need. I feel like I want. I want. It's not a need. I want.
How do you feel like you match up versus Jon Jones?
Huh?
How do you match up versus him?
What do you mean, how do I match up?
Like skill-wise.
Well, put us in the octagon, then you will find out.
Francis, Derek Lewis was recently out of contract with the UFC. Are you surprised he re-signed?
Oh, he has an 8-fight year.
Yeah, he re-signed with him. Are you surprised he didn't try and come and fight you against?
No, I'm not surprised. I know they'll go after him pretty heavy because he wouldn't be very bad if he didn't resign. I would have done the same thing, so I know.
Does he have a chance against Jon Jones?
Oh yeah.
50-50 or
Oh yeah. I put 50-50 on that fight.
why is that? Just curious.
Well, because I fought Stipe twice, as you just said, and I know Stipe pretty good.
I just want to break down. But,
Yeah, I fought Stipe twice, and I know he doesn't look like, but I know how tough he is. I know how good he is. I mean, I know very well.
Francis, you said after this fight that big things are coming. Have you looked at the heavyweight division as a whole and kind of what sort of things are you wanting and who are you targeting for after this fight?
Yes, before this fight, I was exploring different options, but to be honest, for right now, I'm focusing on this fight because you don't know what the future holds for you. You know, I'm not saying that because I have something guaranteed in the future, but this fight itself, which is definitely the biggest that I've ever been part of, you know, and let's see. But the boxing world is interesting.
And is that where you stay in? Will you keep going down the boxing route now? Is that what your plan is?
Combination, boxing and MMA. I have some Copa MMA fight I have to figure out.
Francis, what would you say to 10-year-old Francis Ngannou working at the sand mines? What would you tell him now, knowing how your life has turned out?
Nothing. Because he's that same 10 years old, it's the same mentality. I mean, it's just that 10 years old guy. I mean, I'm definitely older than that time, but a little bigger, but still the same. Still think the same. I haven't lost that at all.
How exciting is it for you that you're now not just a role model to African children, but also to other MMA fighters who realise they can push past the system, they can do what they want if they fight hard enough? Does it matter to you that you are a role model, not just to young children, but to everyone in this sport industry?
I don't know if I'm a role model. I just focus on doing my stuff. And if along the way he inspires somebody, great. I'll be glad about that. I can tell. Some people inspire me that I'm happy about it. You know, earlier we were talking about Mike Tyson. There was a lot of chance that we never met. You know, and if we have never met, he will never know, right? So he just focused on doing his thing, and he has the impact spread out.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to
Thank
keep
you.
here. You're going to do one French interview.